Why do all men do this? They could have like the most amazing weekend. I mean, they can meet the president of the United States. They can get a brand new car. They can be on their dream vacation. And then you go to their Instagram and it's like one picture of him and his dog. Like, what? Like, are you hiding something, or you just don't want people to know what you're doing? Someone please explain this to me.
The answer to this one is actually quite simple. Men don't take photographs. Men don't take their best photos, put them online, and show them all over the place on their stories, all through their Instagram, for validation and attention from the opposite sex like women do. Women need that because that's how women actually flirt. Women don't flirt by coming up and talking to men. They flirt by putting themselves in situations or sprucing up their Instagram, because that's how people are meeting nowadays. And Instagram's the number one dating platform out of all of them, even past Tinder. It beats out all of those other ones because Instagram is that's just what it is when you look at it when it comes to stats. So women know this. Women know how they, flirt. They know how they get, people to come up to them or talk to them, message them, DM them, and that's through validation. And that's through their self-esteem. Men don't need self-esteem. We don't need validation. All we need to do is present ourselves. You see one good picture of ourselves, that's it, and then we'll do the rest. Because we still have to walk up to you. We still have to initiate. We still have to plan the date. You still have to like us. We still have to put our best foot forward. So that's the quick answer for you. Women need that validation way more than men. That's why when you look at it, it's like, I would do that. How come he's not putting all his best pictures on here? Like, you could be somewhere in Hawaii. You could be with the president of the United States. It doesn't matter to men. But it matters to you because that's how you flirt. That's how you feel good within yourself. That's how you gain self-esteem. And that's how you get through life as a female, not as a man.
A foreign woman, guys. My fiance was born in Mexico. She moved here when she was 13. I feel like the type of woman that she is heavily influenced by the fact that she grew up in Mexico. I do not know if I could date a girl that grew up here. My girl started dating me when I worked at Papa John's as a pizza delivery driver.
I didn't know you were a Papa John's guy.
She would come bring me, food, parking lot there and stuff. And over the next 10 years, she has seen this just like completely evolve. And now I'm gonna buy us a house in San Diego. We're gonna have kids. We're gonna have sick cars. We're gonna have multiple properties across the world. Like, however, the wrong girl or the series of wrong girls can take you out as a man. So yes, young men should be extremely skeptical about girls in general.
That's actually a fact. You have to really be calibrated. You can't waste all your time, energy, effort on a girl that you thought, had the potential to stick through with you. So it's kind of funny that he said and mentioned that he was with a girl that was born and raised in Mexico. I kind of have a girl in the same situation. I mentioned this back on a while ago on my other video that, yeah, I have a girl that's on my roster. She's definitely my number two. Go-to girl. She was raised in Mexico till she was 16 and born out there, and then she came to the United States, and she still has those traits. She's only in her mid-20s, and she's digging me. She's feeling me, and she is completely traditional, bro. Like, brings me food, says, "Oh, are you okay? Do you need this? Do you need that?" Like, she's really, really on it. So those values have completely gone out of the window in the West. So I don't suggest any guy deals with a woman in the West, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not going to get the values that you're attracted to naturally as a man. So I get what he's saying. And notice how the woman stuck with him for 10 years, the whole 10-year period. And he said she's watched the, evolution of what he has become. Because when he started, he was, making pizza at Papa John's. And now he's to the point where he's about to buy a house. He wants to have kids and sick cars. And he wants to actually, let her bask in the fruits of his labor and say, hey, I'm going to share this with you because she was loyal. But you're not going to get that from women in the West. They don't want to build. They want to just move in, wait at the finish line for the, the winner, and then jump on the bandwagon and the coattail from there. But you're very rarely going to find women that are going to stick with you through thick, through thin, and try to, see the potential in you. And then when you get to the top, be able to share that with the woman. So, yeah, I found that kind of like, I do deal with a chick that's like that, understands the situation, knows that I have other girls, but she sticks by me. She's like, well, I like being around you. I don't really like dealing with nobody else. And that's what you get when you mess with traditional women that aren't from the States. So do what he said and be very cautious of the women that you choose. And if you're going to choose them, I would say nowadays in 2024, you know what I'm saying, end of February to this date, go overseas and date those women, because you'll just get more for your bang. You'll just get more that'll check off your boxes, and you'll be absolutely like fed up when you come back to the States. You're gonna be like, I'm not dating nobody in the States ever again. All my women are gonna be overseas. But I get where he's coming from. Always date women that at least have that background that she has, especially the one that I have and the one that he has.
Where are all the good men? Yep, that's the question of the day. Everybody apparently is still wondering, where are all the good men? And here's the thing. If you look back, I posted about this before, but I just want to let you know as an update, the good men are everywhere. They are everywhere, sis. The problem is you either have disqualified them for your own unrealistic, ridiculous requirements, or they have been so scared from accusations, being told that they are harassing, or, thinking that you want them to approach you, but then carrying on like, how dare they find the audacity to approach you. I mean, at this point, they're everywhere and they're never going to speak to you. You have to speak to them first now. So this is what you get. This is what you get when you scare men into believing that they can never be right. They can never win. They don't understand women at all. They can't even pick up cues anymore. This is what you get. You get confusion, and you get an entire generation of men who would rather be by themselves than to risk talking to you.
You know where all the good, supposed good men gone? They either are the men that you are attracted to, but they're not attracted to you. The other guys that are left over that you feel like you're, way too good for, because women that are average don't want to date average men. They always want to date at least 2 notches above. Those guys, they stop talking to you. And for the most part, you know where the men have gone? They've gone overseas. They've gotten their passports and they've dipped out. And they're just not dealing with Western women. And when they come back, they don't even look your way. So how these guys were treated, which is invisible, because a lot of guys still now to this day are invisible to women, and women don't even notice them because they're not candidates for them to be in a relationship or even get conversation out of them. Those guys have created this space that makes you now invisible. So it used to be, dang, like, no chicks look at me. I'm standing here. It's like I don't even exist. Now these women are starting to feel the grunt of that because they're trying to date. They're trying to lock a guy down. They're trying to settle down. And they're going out into the market, and they're learning very quickly that how they treated certain men, even those guys, like, these guys will take me in. Those guys not even looking at you. And if you try to talk to them, they look at you like you some type of, foreign object or freaking or alien. You just came off a UFO. They're like, well, why are you standing near me? Why are you next to me? And women don't know how to take that because they've been able to hold the monopoly on and the power on being able to reject men, make men invisible that they're not attracted to, and go off with their hypergamous mindset thinking, hey, if I can't get this, I'm going to wait it out. And now you can't wait it out. It's taking too long. Your ovaries are kicking you, in the stomach, and you're like, what the hell am I going to do? Where are all the men? They're gone. Meaning they, you've become invisible to them. They're dealing with women overseas, or they've gone their own way, and they're like, you know what? I don't need this. I don't need to deal with this. It's over. Or like she said, the allegations thing. They're like, I'm not walking up to them. So she's right. If these women really want to get dates or really want to get men to actually talk to them and take them serious, you know what they're going to have to do? They're going to have to start walking up and approaching these guys, even if they get shot down. That's going to come with the territory now. But women put themselves in this space here in the United States and in other Western societies, Canada, the UK, Australia, places like that, first world countries. They've done this. You know what I'm saying? They've done this to themselves. So now it's on them. So where have the good men gone? I'm going to be completely honest. A lot of them have picked up passports, got passports, planned trips, and they've gone. They're overseas now, or they've come back and you're like, dang, he's attractive. but he'll never look at you the same because he's already got a whiff of what's over there. He's like, what the hell was I thinking? I will never date in the States again. I don't even get a quarter of what, or a nickel of what I can get with the women over there. Those women check off my boxes. Those women I can have a good time with. I don't have to fight with them. I don't have to wrestle over who's going to be the boss, the leader. I don't have to worry about, who's going to pay the check, them having an attitude where we go eat. Once men figured that out, once men came back, they were like, these chicks are invisible. So that's what's happening, guys. Women are becoming more and more invisible as we speak every single day when men figure out that they can do better without the women in the West. It's that simple.
It's really interesting watching the losers back home try to rebrand themselves as passport bros or passport men. Like, I'm glad that you guys have found community with each other. However, that is not what the rest of the world calls you.
I never even heard of losers back home. And she says, oh, that's not what the rest of the world is calling you. The rest of the world can call us triumphant. The rest of the world can call these men champions. The rest of the world can call these men something that you can't call yourself, and that's happy, because men are overseas getting what they actually want. And if you can't compete with them, go ahead and say it, sis. If you can't attract the type of men that you want and you don't have anything that you can offer, man, just go ahead and say that, sis. If you're the loser that you're describing and you're just projecting and putting it on the passport bros, just say that, sis. It's that easy. We're not going to hold you to it. We're just going to keep acting like you're invisible and treating you that way. And then the few simps that are still there, when you finally do have to give them a shot because, your eggs are, starting to go away and your ovaries are kicking you dead in the stomach. And you're like, okay, I'm going to just sleep with this guy. They're just going to smash and dash as well because they're going to learn that, man, she doesn't offer me anything. So nice taking a pot shot at the passport bros. It really doesn't work when I'm on the clock. So try again next time.